All right, today we're back with another Pohan Leu. This is the Bluephin. Now, he spells like the sardine I did previously. He spells bluefin a little bit different. It's Bluephin. You know, I have no problem with that. Sometimes you've got to have something that stands out a little bit in marketing that people were going to talk about a little bit differently than anything else. So I'm good with that. Here's what we got. We got a big boy here, 3.7. Well, hold on. I'm losing my train of thought here for a second as I'm looking at my notes. It's 3.75-inch blade. I measured it's 3.72. It's advertised as 3.75. Okay? Again, when I measure the blades, I measure from the very top of the scale to the tip of the blade. Some manufacturers, makers, whatever, measure from the center of the pivot. Some measure from somewhere else inside where the hole is for the pivot or where the bearings go, things like that. So it's always kind of a unknown how people measure. All right, whatever. It is what it is. Now, the cool thing about Poe is true handmade custom guy, no CNCs, no nothing. Bare bones, down to work type of knives. Maybe not as refined as, say, the Hellraiser, which it's more contoured, more, just more refined. You know, it does the same thing. They all cut. This one's just a little more refined, a little more sophisticated maybe. This is more of a brute force tool to just get in, get the work done. Nice Scandi grind on the blade, so there is no secondary bevel. It starts here, flat grinds down to 0 on both sides. And it does cut, okay? This one was made for my friend Elias, and it has a Thunderstorm Kevlar scale inlay. Titanium frame, G10 backspacer, I think. Titanium pocket clip with contrasting color. Now, the owner tells me that the pocket clip kind of sucks because of where it lands in that lock bar relief cut, so that it will often get hung up in his jeans. I have not really carried this. I have had it in and out of the pocket. And for the few times I had it in the pocket, I didn't seem to have that issue, but I didn't carry it throughout the day and in different configurations and sitting and standing and all. You know, I literally put it in my pocket, pulled it out, put it in my pocket, pulled it out. I didn't have that issue. So your mileage may vary, as they say. So what do I got here altogether? I got 5 inches closed, 8 3/4 overall. Now you'll notice, as we zoom in here, there is an underline on his name, the maker. And that signifies that this is either a prototype or the first iteration of a new size in a model. And because the Bluephin had a 3.5-inch blade previously, but the owner asked for a 3.75-inch, it gets the underline because it is the first of the 3.75-inch bladed Bluephins that Poe ever made. Some scratching and some wear up here. The owner carries it, uses it. You can see on the blade there's some marks. I didn't try to clean them off because I just want to show there should be no safe queens. Okay? What's a safe queen? If you don't know, that is a knife that you buy and you literally just lives in the safe, or it lives in a drawer, or it's on a display case above your mantle, or something like that, right? I carry most all of my knives. When I say most, I'll pull one out here real quick. Two that don't normally get carried because they're ginormous. This is a 6-inch bladed Instigator from Jeff Vandermeulen. It does fit and work in my pocket. It is carryable-ish, but it's not a daily carry item. Nor is the Homosaurus with its 5 3/4 inch blade. This one takes up a hell of a lot of pocket space because it's so wide. So I don't consider these safe cleans because I will use them. I will, do things with them. I have carried them at shows and things like that. I carry all of the knives that I own at one time or another. Not so much the fixed blades, but I am able to do that if I would so choose, and I have no problem. One of my Rockstead fixed blades right now is with my buddy in Utah, and he is going to literally carry it and use it on an elk hunt that he is going on shortly. And I'm hoping to God that he bags an elk and uses the Rockstead Cone full mirror polished ZDP 189 blade and uses that to butcher it up in the hills, in the fields, whatever. I'm not a hunter, so probably using the wrong terms, but you get the idea. I would never have the use to use that in that capacity. So I gave it to him when I was in Utah for Blade Show West and told him to just use it. Don't worry about it. Just use it. Don't abuse it. Don't throw it down the street and let it bounce around the asphalt, but take it out on your camping trips, take it on your hunting trips, and use it. If it gets a scratch, whatever. It's fine. It's just a knife. Okay, so I digress. Back to the Bluephin. What do you got here? You got S35 VM blade. Weighs in at 9.1 ounces, so it's a little on the heavier side, but again, to me, that doesn't matter. I've been carrying the Frank Fisher King Battle for 312 days, I think, today. And it's about 12-ish ounces, and it's not a problem at all. It works great in the pocket. This runs on bearings, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I do have a piece of paper here. Scandi grind does work when I get it right. Now it's not going to work, right? So this is not going to be the best maybe for slicing tomatoes, but it certainly does cut and can be useful. All right, so let's give you some size comparisons with the Sharpie, the Spyderco Delica, and because I pulled out the Hellraiser, this is the part of the Black Death series Hellraisers. There was 10 or 20 of them ever made. And this one's special to me because it used to belong to Jim Skelton. So, it's kind of a special one to me. And it was the first of the Black Death series that Ed Kim ever made. So that one is kind of a special knife to me too. But I do carry it and love it. It's great in the pocket and great to carry. So I think I've covered most all of the details on this. If you've got any questions, please let me know down below. And check out my Pohan playlist up in the corner and have yourselves a fantastic day.